binabalikan ko yung 2012 Corona impeachment trial eh. Kasi nga, because of the sui generis nature of the impeachment trial, it can go either way, no? It can be considered as a double-edged sword. Allow me to explain. Example, kayo po, di ba, pag nasa korte kayo, syempre yung huwes, hindi naman siya pwedeng tumayong abogado for either side. Pero base sa nakita po natin in 2012, pwede mangyari yan eh. In fact, last year, hindi po ba? Nung kinonvene yung impeachment court, yung Senado, meron isang senador na nakaupo na bilang judge, no? Gusto niya i-dismiss yung kaso eh. O ibasura eh. Na hindi dapat ginagawa ng isang huwes. So dito, how are you preparing for that? Na you have 24 senators on paper. Paano pag may tumayo dyan, tapos nakipag-argue sa inyo, pero in reality, nakikita ng lahat, nag-aabogado na ron sa kabila. We're not even sure whether that judge will be declared out of order, di ba? Pero, yun nga, pwedeng mangyari po yan. How are you preparing for such scenarios?
Kami, Christian, we are prepared to maintain our courtesy to the senator judges, no? So regardless of the possibility of them that while they are senator judges, they will be defending actually the position of the vice president. We will simply articulate our observation and maintain our courtesy to the impeachment court, no? Wala naman kami magagawa eh. Because we are the prosecutors and they are the senator judges, no? Alam natin yan. Pagdating sa korte, ang pinakamataas doon ay yung judge. Taga-usig kami doon. We are a party to a case. At ang maestrado ay ang mga senator judges. And in line with this, Christian, I wish to reiterate na I hope that all of us will be conscious that after the impeachment court, after the senator judges, we have the sovereign Filipino people who will be watching us and will be judging us as well, no? So, sana, we should be able to maintain all our boundaries ng prosecution, taga-usig, ang depensa, taga-defend kay Vice Presidente, at the senator judges. I hope they will observe, listen to the evidence, and ultimately render a decision of either conviction or acquittal, no? It's okay to raise clarificatory questions. It's okay to raise additional questions if this will clarify the cases of either the case of either the prosecution of the defense. Pero sana naman, wag umabot sa punto na parang sila na yung defense lawyer ng respondent, because definitely the sovereign Filipino people will not like that.
Isa pa po naisip ko, no? Ang dami kasing pwede mangyari dito, no? Ito naman outside of the court. Okay? How are you preparing for possible dirty tricks? Example, hanapan ng baho yung mga miyembro ng prosecution. Hanapan ng mga weak points. At gamitin yon siguro pang blackmail, pang bash, hiyain kayo, para i-discourage kayo from pursuing whatever you're trying to pursue sa impeachment court.
Parang ang dami na namin na-encounter na ganyan sa social media eh, no?
Wala na ba kayo in-expect? Yun na yun.
Hindi ko alam kung ano pang gagamitin nilang konteksto to go against me. Even some of my colleagues na experience na rin nila yan. So, I think we are ready, Christian, no? Magagaling itong mga kasama nating public prosecutors, while we acknowledge na kulang kami sa practice, kulang kami sa litigation. But in terms of correct appreciation of the case, I think I have the best public prosecutors with me. Plus, of course, we have to add also that there is a huge number of private prosecutors, lawyers, who are offering their services on a voluntary basis. At ito ay mga magagaling na abogado, ika nga abogado de campanilla, no? And as a matter of fact, we're having hard time finalizing the list of our private prosecutors kasi wala kaming itulak kabigin sa kanila. So with that, the public prosecutors, they have the perfect appreciation of the case kasi 2025 pa namin to inaaral, no? And these are the same public prosecutors who were assigned in the same article during the first impeachment, no? Plus the support of the private prosecutors, I think we will be able to accomplish our task, Christian.
Mga ilan po pala yung kukunin nyo na private prosecutors?
Siguro para sa mag-e-enter ng appearance, ang kino-consider ko lang, same number as the public prosecutors, no? And the rest
11.
perhaps will just be not necessarily 11, para may makatutok ba per public prosecutor. Parang one public and one private, something like that. But definitely, all of them will be allowed to assist the public prosecutors, not necessarily during trial. Pero pagdating sa trial, siguro reasonable number lang. Just to make sure na meron ka partner yung public prosecutor while appearing before the impeachment court.
Oh, kasi nabanggit na yung pangalan ni Attorney Lorna Capunan. And I know na last year, talagang volunteer na rin siya. Pero bukod kay Attorney Lorna Capunan, sino po yung mga ilang pangalan na nag-volunteer?
Siguro, Christian, next week na lang, no? Kasi malapit na namin ma-finalize to. And we will be publicizing our list of private prosecutors who will be helping us.
Meron po bang kukunin kayo na nag-work doon sa previous impeachment trial ni Renata Corona?
Alam ko may nakikipag-usap, pero wala pang final. Pero may nagre-reach out, lawyers who used to be part of the defense team of CJ Corona.
Nako, madaling hulaan yun. Konti lang yun. Baka yung guest ko kanina, hindi ba si Tranquil Salvador?
Huwag mo nang hulaan dahil baka tama ang hula mo eh.
Sino yung mga naalala ko? Si Jodroy, sino pa ba? Ramon Esguerra.
I will not comment.
Dennis Manalo. Oh, naalala ko yung mga pangalan eh.
Yeah. Ilan ba yon? Ilan ba yung defense lawyers ni CJ Corona during that time?
Ang head nun before yung si former Justice Serapin Cuevas na yumao na, di ba?
Very brilliant, no? Very brilliant. Okay.
Ilan ba sila? 7 yata? Walo, I forgot. Oo.
Okay. Basta next week, we will announce who will be our private prosecutors, no?
Okay. O sige, lastly po, Congresswoman, paano kung mag-resign si Vice President Sara Duterte in the middle of the trial? Because there are two schools of thought here, no? Ano po yun sa inyo?
Well, I subscribe to the position that even if she resigns, what will be declared as mooted only is the penalty of removal. And therefore, trial should continue to give opportunity to the senator judges to decide on whether the penalty of perpetual disqualification will also be imposed, no? Pag nag-resign ang Vice Presidente, correct, rendered moot and academic yung penalty of removal. Bakit mo pa siya i-remove? Ay nag-resign na nga. So that's what we call moot and academic. However, meron pang isang principal penalty. That is perpetual disqualification, no? And that is why kailangan tumuloy yung trial. May latag yung ebidensya. So the senator judges can decide whether or not they will impose as well the penalty of perpetual disqualification.